Welcome to this edition of Mark's Garage. This is going to be a lot of fun today because we have a new two-wheeled machine coming to the garage. It is the Triumph 400X Scrambler. It's a brand new model from Triumph for 2024. So let's get to it. The Scrambler 400X has taken a little bit longer to get to the United States than originally planned. These models were expected to arrive at dealerships in the U.S. in January, and here we are at the end of March 2024. I think there was an issue with shipping lanes and some of the cargo that may have been rerouted, and that added some 6 to 8 weeks to transit time. So the new Triumph Scrambler 400 is not necessarily an addition to the garage, as it is a replacement of another motorcycle. I am trading this 2020 KTM 390 Adventure for the Triumph Scrambler 400X. Up to this point, the KTM has been really the best small displacement dual sport bike that I've owned. I use it primarily as the bike of choice when I visit Road America and all the events that are going on during the racing season. The property at Road America has 640 acres, and what a great way to get around to all 14 turns to watch some great racing action. For those of you who may not know a lot about Road America, it's located in Sheboygan County, Wisconsin, Elkhart Lake to be more precise. The facility hosts a 4-mile road course that has been home to some of the most terrific race events, and that includes motorcycles and Moto America, Indy cars, NASCAR, the Xfinity Series, the Sports Car Club of America events, IMSA, the June Sprints, and a lot more like the Brian Redmond International Challenge. I only live a mile away from the track, so it's super convenient to head over on a small displacement bike like the KTM and now soon to be the Triumph to check out all the action. Okay, back to the story about the Triumph Scrambler 400X. So I worked with Triumph of Waukesha, they're in the Milwaukee area, and I put a pre-order in on this bike about 6 months ago. So why did I decide to trade the KTM? Well, a couple of things here. I owned it for 4 years. It's been a very good machine overall. Some great features like adjustable suspension. Okay, you've got a TFT display, really nice. You've got traction control, tip over protection. You can see the bars right there. And so the styling is really nice as well. I mean, this is well put together. The only thing I did not care for was how KTM set up the bike from the factory in terms of fueling. This bike runs very lean, and it usually takes a couple of tries when starting cold. So I did take a look at changing out the O2 sensors, maybe doing a retune on it, and I just never got around to it because I guess it wasn't that bad. And then when Triumph announced that they were developing the new 398cc single Scrambler, I decided to learn more about it, and the more I learned, the more I liked. Okay, so what is it that I like best early on here about the Triumph Scrambler 400X? I've got 5 things for you. Number 1, styling. Look at this bike. Are you kidding me? What a great job of keeping the heritage of the Triumph Scrambler look and placing that in this package. The khaki green and brown seat combo is modern, retro, cool. The price. Number 2, come on. In today's world and marketplace, with all the inflation and costs that we've seen explode, this is amazing. It's a terrific value. Number 3, ergonomics. So earlier this winter, the Triumph Factory Tour brought the Scrambler 400X to Milwaukee at Triumph of Waukesha, and I was able to throw a leg over it, get a feel for the riding position, which I thought was really good. Seat comfort, better than the KTM. Ride position, a little more upright and a little more balanced. Number 4, the warranty. 24-month, so 2-year, unlimited mileage. That's really good. Number 5, the service intervals. Well, Triumph has designed a bike that can really go the distance. I did watch the Revzilla bike review with some pre-production models that Zach Kortz rode through India and the Himalaya mountains. And I was thinking, this is just amazing, with a new bike. And Triumph does recommend that the initial break-in is at 600 miles, so change the oil then. But then after that, you can do it either every year at the end of your riding season, which I do. But the mileage service interval is 10,000 miles. Just think about that. That's incredible. So, awesome job. Today is delivery day, and in just 25 minutes from now, Triumph of Waukesha will be showing up with their delivery van to unload the bike. That's a pretty sharp looking van, Rhett. Say that. How are you?
All right, how are you doing?
Thanks for coming up today. All right, we are here with Rhett Bainter. Thanks again, Rhett, for delivering the bike this morning. And we've got the Triumph 400 Scrambler in the garage. And Rhett, just take a minute, if you would, and talk a little bit about your thoughts on this bike from Triumph and what they've done. And what do you think?
I think it's an exciting venture for them, really. It's a world they haven't been in. I mean, they haven't built anything with this little CCs in a very long time. They see the market out there. I think a lot of guys are starting to realize they don't need 2,000 cc's to have fun, or 1,000 cc's or whatever it is. And they're looking for something smaller. They see how many of those fancy 400s that KTM is selling, and how well Royal Enfield has done with their market, and they're hopping in. Our biggest concern was we knew the engines were going to be built in the same factory that the KTM engines were with Bajaj in India. And it was just, Triumph's very well known for their fit and finish, and the paint and everything is very nice in the bikes. And we were worried, that these were coming out of a factory that wasn't going to be able to keep that up. And I feel like they've done quite a good job.
Yeah, that's great.
It does seem like quite a nice bike. Guys like you and I are spoiled because we do get to play with all sorts of fun things with all sorts of power. But you can have a lot of fun on this thing. It's only 40 horse, but it's 100 pounds less than the 900 Scrambler. You're only about 400 pounds in this thing, and she gets up and goes when you want it to.
Yeah.
So it depends on what you're looking to do. I'm not going to say you couldn't do a cross-country trip on it, but I think I'd pick something else. But as far as bombing around town or in the beautiful back roads here in Wisconsin, absolutely. Ton of fun.
They've done a nice job with just the basic model of the Scrambler and some of the features from, little touches, the headlight guard, the handlebar pad, the protection for the radiator, those kind of things. They didn't leave a lot off.
Yeah, and all of this stuff they could be selling as accessories. The handguards, all of it. But for year one, it's all on there. We'll see if that continues.
Yeah, there you go. Well, let's talk a little bit about Triumph of Waukesha. How long has the dealer been in business, and how's it going? And most importantly, how would folks reach out to you?
We've been open technically a little over 2 years. April 9th will actually be the two-year anniversary of our grand opening, but we opened in the middle of winter. Yeah. Kind of didn't tell anybody. And things have been going well. I couldn't have fathomed we sold as many bikes we did our first year. Helps being one of only a couple of dealers here in Wisconsin. But I can't complain. You know,
Yeah.
obviously we always
That's
want to sell
awesome.
more. We always want to do more, but it's been good. You know, we're about 20 minutes just west of Milwaukee, so we're just far enough out of the city where you can get out and have some fun.
Waukesha.
Yes, and right off 94. We're only a couple minutes off the main highway there, off 94. We're at 1505 Highway 164 South, right across the street from Woodman's grocery store.
Yeah.
Sucked in between Paint Store, Home and Lindsay, and O'Reilly Auto Parts right there.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Super. And what is
Hi.
your phone number?
Sorry, 262-395-7474. And you can text it as well. It actually comes right to my cell phone. So
Yeah, fantastic.
if
Well,
anybody needs anything.
thanks again for coming up today.
No,
really,
absolutely, Mark.
really appreciate
Always
it.
appreciate seeing you. Always appreciate your business.
Thanks for taking a few minutes to talk on camera here with us.
No,
We're going to put a little film together and do that. So thanks again.
Oh, absolutely. Thanks, Mark.
There's a few accessories that I ordered for the bike, and we'll do another video once those come in down the road. But I'm going to add a little windscreen right there. We're going to add some upper protection bars, some tip over protection, upper engine bars. We are going to add a little extension to the fender, a little mud extension. And then we are also going to add a tank pad, kind of right where you sit. Right there. So we'll do a video when all those items come in and we get those installed, and you can see what that looks like.
Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Mark's Garage and certainly learning about the brand new Triumph Scrambler, the 400X. That was fun today for sure. And please subscribe to my channel, like this video, and we will certainly give a update down the road once I get to log some miles on the Scrambler and take it over to Road America. Thanks again, and until next time, take care.